Hello everybody and welcome to section 1.5. We're talking about angle relationships here. Okay, as we can see, we'll start out with the adjacent angles. Two angles that lie on the same plane have a common vertex and a common side, but no common interior points. Here's an example. We have two adjacent angles. Angle ABC and CBD are adjacent angles. They're right next to each other. They have a ray in common. Vertical angles. Vertical angles are two non-adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. So right here, we have these two lines intersecting, line EB and line EC. We could also call it line AC. They're intersecting at point E. So these two angles, AE and this angle, and BEC and this angle, are vertical. We can also say that AEB and CE and this side is also vertical. Those two are vertical. These two are vertical. So that is how vertical angles look. A linear pair of angles. It's a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides are opposite rays. Here's an example of a linear pair of angle ACB and BCD. They also make 180 degrees. It basically takes a straight angle and cuts it into two pieces. It's a linear pair of angles. Here's another example of a linear pair of angles. ACF and FCD, that makes a linear pair. And then we can have it again here with this blue line, ACZ and ZCD. Those make a linear pair. So there's three solid examples of a linear pair of angles. Complementary angles are two angles whose measures have a sum of 90 degrees. Angles 1 and 2 here are complementary. They both add up to 90 degrees. Now, they don't have to be adjacent. That's an example of a pair that are adjacent. These two here, they're not adjacent, yet they are complementary. They add up to 90 degrees. Supplementary angles are two angles whose measures have a sum of 180 degrees. So you can kind of think of supplementary as twice complementary. Here, all linear pairs are supplementary. We can say angles 1 and 2 are supplementary. That's also, like I said, true for all linear pairs. They don't have to be adjacent, though. They could be right next to each other, or they could be separate. 100 degrees for ABC and 80 degrees for XYZ, supplementary angles. Perpendicular lines are lines that form right angles. Line XZ and YZ are perpendicular to each other. There's the perpendicular symbol, an upside down T. And here's some characteristics of perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines intersect to form four right angles. Perpendicular lines intersect to form congruent adjacent angles. Segments and rays that can be perpendicular to lines or to other line segments and rays. Right angle symbol in the figure indicates that the lines are perpendicular. So that red box there, that's our right angle. Here's the upside down T. Its red is perpendicular to.